Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn about text features. Text features are found in non-fiction text. And when I say non-fiction text, that means that it's real and we can learn information. So it's not going to be your story like Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears. It's not going to be like Frozen, the story, or the movie. It's going to be real life things that we can get information. So we're going to look at a couple. We learned 3 text features when we're in kindergarten, and those 3 text features are the title, the heading, and photographs or pictures. So I'm going to go through and give your parents a little bit of information to help you, as well as give examples, and then we're going to practice going through a book together to find them. All right, so a title. A title is found on the front cover of a book. If it's not a book or it's like a magazine or it's like an article on a paper, it's normally at the top of it. But most likely we use books, so it's going to be on the front cover. It's big in bold letters or words, and it tells us what the story or the text is going to be about. Okay? So this is an example. This title is right here. It's called Penguins. So here you found the title of the text. So it tells us that this text is going to probably be about penguins. Now we're going to move on to heading. The heading is found inside of the text. So when you open the book, or sometimes it's in the middle of an article, that's where you're going to find the heading. The heading are big and bold words that are above smaller text. And it tells us what the smaller text is going to be about. So right here is the heading. And then you also have a heading here, and it tells us what these small words or text underneath are going to be about. So it says different color. So right here it's going to tell us about different colors. Now, here's another example. I apologize for the fuzziness, but I wanted to give you an example of it. The heading is right here, and it's called Mighty Hunters, as well as right here is a smaller subheading. And this subheading is called Polar Bears. So it's telling us that mighty hunters can be polar bears. And then all of these words under here are going to tell us about polar bears being mighty hunters. The last text feature that we learned in kindergarten is photographs or pictures, and they show real life examples. I tell our students all the time that if we use a camera to take a photograph, if it's going to be, sometimes in some text you will see like illustrations, like somebody drew it, but it's going to give you more information about it. So some of our examples in our work this week will have actual pictures instead of photographs. And the reason I included that is because it shows you a picture of a real life thing. So those work as well, okay? And here we have a real life photograph of a bear eating a fish. And then here's an example of a photograph or picture inside of a nonfiction text. Okay, so now we are going to move on and practice looking at a nonfiction text and identifying and finding the text features, the title, the heading, or a photograph. And right here, I'm looking at the front cover. And remember, the title are the big bold words on the front of the text or the book. And it's called A Day in the Life of a Teacher. So, and it tells us what it's going to be about. So this is going to tell us about being a teacher. What's the life like being a teacher? Okay, gonna go ahead and skip through the pages. Remember, we are not going to read this text. If you want to read it with your families, you can pause it and read each page with your student, but we're going to focus on the text features. Now we are inside of the text. Title is not here, so it can't be a title. If it's big bold words at the top of text, that's called a heading. So right here is the heading, and it says, how do teachers start their day? So that means that all of these small words down here are going to tell us about how do teachers start their day. So here we have a heading, and then we have a photograph, a real life photograph. I'm going to keep going. We have a heading, and it says, do teachers work alone? So that means these words here are going to tell us, do teachers, or give us the answer, do teachers work alone? Remember, a nonfiction text gives us information. So we are learning about how teachers work and do they work alone. And here is a photograph and a photograph. Yeah. What text features do you see on this page? A heading and a photograph. Nice job. What text features do you see here? A photograph and a heading. And this heading says, where do teachers eat lunch? So that means these black words down here are going to tell us, where do teachers eat their lunch? Then here we have what? A photograph and a heading. Next one, a heading and a photograph. Now, which ones do you see here? What text features? Do you see a title, a heading, or a photograph? And it can be more than one. Heading, photographs. And here, I'll let this be your practice one by yourself, the you do. And that's it, friends. So we have finished this book. I miss you all. I hope you enjoy your time with your families practicing on your packets. Remember, do what you can. We provide you the materials to do so, but if you cannot get to all of it, take your time and do what you can. I miss you all, and I cannot wait to see you. Bye, friends.